Ah, okay. Here goes down.
Majestic. How is a place like this ever lost?
Let's see.
Here at last. Praise the Maker, this fortress keeps us safe.
We get there eventually. It's fine.
Inquisitor, is there something I can do for you? I should really focus my attention on the injured.
Do we have many injured men?
Fewer by the day. Most grievously injured did not survive the journey to Skyhold. As for the rest, they either heal or... I try to make the passing painless.
You aren't a mage. Shouldn't we let the mage healers deal with this?
Magic can't cure everything, and we shouldn't rely on it. Science, your worship, is the way of the future.
Yes,
Good
it
health
is.
isn't magic, it's diet, exercise, and a balance of the humors.
I haven't seen you before.
The commander brought me up from the refugee camps. I'd been helping the pilgrims in simple ways, setting broken bones, simple amputations and such. We need all the help we can get.
Alright. Yes, go take care
As
of
you
the
were.
washing machine.
Your worship.
The order was sent. Send men to scout the area. We need to know what's out there.
Yes, sir!
Commander, soldiers have been assigned temporary quarters.
Very good. I'll need an update on the armory as well. Now! We set up as best we could at Haven, but could never prepare for an archdemon, or whatever it was. With some warning, we might have...
It was a bad situation. Do you ever stop working? Probably.
We were all shaken by what happened.
If Corypheus strikes again, we may not be able to withdraw. And I wouldn't want to. We must be ready. Work on Skyhold is underway. Guard rotations established. We should have everything on course within the week. We will
Yes,
not
thank you
run
while
from
we
here,
worked out the
Inquisitor.
bugs.
How many were lost?
Most of our people made it to Skyhold. It could have been worse. Morale was low, but it's improved greatly since you accepted the role of Inquisitor.
Inquisitor Trevelyan. It sounds odd, don't you think?
Not at all.
Is that the official response?
I suppose it is. But it's the truth. We needed a leader. You have proven yourself.
Okay, trust your advice. We're starting over. Cancel again.
Thank you, Cullen. Our escape from Haven. It was close. I'm relieved that so many made it out.
As am I. You stayed behind. You could have... I will not allow the events at Haven to happen again. You have my word.
Look for coal. Oh, yeah, gotta do that. Gotta find spirit.
This thing is not a stray puppy you can make into a pet. It has no business being here.
Wouldn't you say the same of an apostate?
Inquisitor, I wondered if Cole was perhaps a mage, given his unusual abilities.
He can cause people to forget him, or even fail entirely to notice him. These are not the abilities of a mage. It seems that Cole is a spirit,
It is a demon.
if you prefer, although the truth is somewhat more complex.
Okay, he helped us. How complex? If he's a demon, he's gone.
Cole warned us about Corypheus at Haven. He saved a lot of lives.
And what will its help cost? How many lives will this demon later claim?
In fact, his nature is not so easily defined.
Speak plainly, Solas. What are we dealing with?
Demons normally enter this world by possessing something. In their true form, they look bizarre, monstrous.
But you claim Cole looks like a young man. Is it possession?
No. He has possessed nothing and no one. And yet he appears human in all respects. Cole is unique, Inquisitor. More than that, he wishes to help. I suggest you allow him to do so.
Let's see here. Explain more of possession. I'll talk with him. I'll get rid of it.
I should hear what Cole has to say for himself. Where is he now?
If none of us remember him, he could be anywhere.
Haven. So many soldiers fought to protect the pilgrims so they could escape. Choking fear. Can't think from the medicine, but the cuts rack me with every heartbeat. Hot, white pain. Everything burns. I can't. I'm going to... I'm dying. I'm... dead.
You're right. That's disconcerting. Stop it.
You're feeling their pain.
It's louder this close, with so many of them.
Would you like to go somewhere more comfortable?
Yes?
Yes, he is the emo
But
boy.
here is where I can help. Every breath slower. Like lying in a warm bath. Sliding away. Smell of my daughter's hair when I kiss her goodnight. Gone. Cracked brown pain. Dry. Scraping. Thirsty. Here.
Thank you.
It's all right. She won't remember me.
You're a friendly spirit. What are you? Because you're a demon.
You're using your powers as a spirit to help people.
Yes? I used to think I was a ghost. I didn't know. I made mistakes, but I made friends too. Then a Templar proved I wasn't real. I lost my friends. I lost everything. I learned how to be more like what I am. It made me different, but stronger. I can feel more. I can help.
Let's see here. Yes, we want.
If you're willing, the Inquisition could use your help.
Yes, helping. I help the hurt. The helpless. There's someone. Hurts. It hurts. It hurts. Someone make it stop hurting. Make her, please. The healers have done all they can. It will take him hours to die. Every moment will be agony. He wants mercy. Help.
Let's see here. End his pain. Give him a chance.
You say he won't die for hours yet, but you can't know that for certain.
His body is failing.
He could recover, or the healers could find another way to help him.
How do you know?
I don't, and neither do you. That's part of life.
Try. I want to stay.
Alright, who else do I need to find? Okay, Cole.
Roderick was sorry before he died.
Let's see here. You knew Roderick?
I wasn't aware you and Roderick were acquainted.
He was hurt. Red inside from the Templar, but red outside from the Templar too. Needed help to walk. Limping, light, leaning on the young like old Pepe when the road was icy. He called me a fine young man. He said he was sorry for what he did to you.
Sorry for what?
Did he tell you why he was sorry?
Blood everywhere. Monsters, madness, dying. We're all dying. The Herald stands against it, and heads turn. Desperate and simple, pure. Voices in the chantry. Years since I'd sung the song and felt it flowing through me. But this is real. This is real. So long since I'd felt it. Falling, flying, faith. And I fought her. Make her forgive me. I hope I did enough.
Alright, let's see here. Sandra. Oh, wait. Okay. Sarah.
So, Inquisitor. It is Inquisitor now, right?
Hi.
Remember that war we talked about stopping? Full of little baddies I can stick with little arrows. That's not a friggin' archdemon, is it? Droste, what did I step in?
I didn't expect it either. If she answers, let me know. You knew this be strange. Bye, Medusa.
I've apparently been through a lot. But yes, Corypheus was a surprise.
No, a surprise would be, oh, I stepped in dog shite. No one says, oh, a Magister God monster, I'm surprised. Impossible things aren't surprises.
Let's say calm down and explain. Corypheus seems real enough. What is your issue?
The ancient thing trying to kill us seems pretty real.
Don't get me started. Oh, wait, too late, right? A Magister who cracked the Black City. It's a hazy dream, right? I mean, if it's real, then the seat of the Maker? Real thing. A seat needs a book, so the Maker? Real thing. Fairy stories about the start and end of the world? Real things. It's too much, isn't it? How pretty are you that I actually think this shite is possible?
Thanks for the pretty part. I hope not selfishness. Do you believe or not? I need doubters like you. Pick whatever cause you want.
I like to hear this. The pretty part, not the overwhelmed by everything part.
Oh, sure. Don't mind the bung rip through the heavens, love. Primp and toss and all is well. What I want is to get everything back to business as usual. A nice, simple system with simple problems. Helps me, helps people, helps you. In that order. For now.
That almost makes sense. Faith may decide much. Just follow orders crazy. Hope there's more you want. That also makes sense.
I'm hoping you'll stick around. Never know what might interest you.
Oh, listen to you. We'll see how things go, Lady Herald.
Alright. Okay. Who else? Run around. Okay, cool. Sandra.
Have you met this friend of Varric's, Inquisitor?
Not yet, no.
It had better not be who I think it is. I will wring that little bastard's neck.
I'd like your advice. Who do you think it is? Well, let's get that over.
Why? Who do you think it is?
Someone Varric claimed he could not contact. Someone the Inquisition, indeed all of Thedas, desperately needed. I'll reserve judgment until I know for certain. No need to have that rogue screaming persecution yet again.
Okay, we already did that. Okay.
Do you have any advice for me?
Tell that demon, what does it call itself? Cole. Tell it to leave. He may not mean harm, but that does not mean he will not harm us. Spirits are not creatures to take at face value. Be cautious with him, Inquisitor.
That's enough for now.
Another time, then.
Alright. Cut that. Okay. Dun dun. Iron Bull. Sarah did that. Dark Wall, we did. Timely intervention. There are reports for Lyrium, potential Templar activity in the hills. Go to the war table. Oh, yeah. Okay. Yep, get back. Okay, let's. But where is. Oh, okay. Ford. Okay, I think I can get there through here. Let's see. I think I can. I haven't gone back to the council yet. I wanted to get all the exposition stuff with my companions and advisors out of the way. Okay. There we go. I know who's about to drop.
Inquisitor, meet Hawk, the
This is
champion
not
of
my Hawk.
Kirkwall.
Though I don't use that title much anymore.
Hawk, the Inquisitor. I figured you might have some friendly advice about Corypheus. You and I did fight him, after all.
This view reminds me of my home in Kirkwall. I had a balcony that overlooked the whole city. I loved it at first. But after a while, all I could see were the people out there depending on me.
You know how that feels? I don't dwell on it. I've seen the cost of losing.
You're lucky it was just a single city. I've got half of Thedas.
You're doing everything you can to protect them.
Does it ever get any easier?
I'll let you know. I don't envy you, Inquisitor. But I may be able to help you.
Varric said that you fought Corypheus before.
Fought and killed. The Grey Wardens were holding him, and he somehow used his connection to the Darkspawn to influence them.
Corypheus got into their heads, messed with their minds, turned them against each other.
If the Wardens have disappeared, they could have fallen under his control again.
Is it reversible? That's not good. Could have, doesn't cut it.
If that's what happened to the Wardens, do you think we can free them?
It's possible. But we need to know more first. I've got a friend in the Wardens. He was investigating something unrelated for me. His name is Stroud. The last time we spoke, he was worried about corruption in the Warden ranks. Since then, nothing.
Corypheus would certainly qualify as corruption in the ranks. Did your friend disappear with them?
No. He told me he'd be hiding in an old smuggler's cave near Crestwood.
Let's see here. Thank you. It's worth a shot. This is bad for the Wardens.
If you didn't know about Corypheus, what were you doing with the Wardens?
The Templars in Kirkwall were using a strange form of lyrium. It was red. I'd hoped the Wardens could tell me more about it.
Corypheus had Templars with him at Haven. They looked like they'd been exposed to the lyrium you describe.
Hopefully my friend in the Wardens will know more.
Okay, thank you. It's worth a shot. This is bad for the Wardens.
I'll take any lead I can get at the moment.
Good. I'll do whatever I can to help. Corypheus is my responsibility. I thought I'd killed him before. This time, I'll make sure of it. Inquisitor.
You said you thought you killed Corypheus.
The Grey Wardens had him imprisoned.
They used my father's blood in a ritual to seal Corypheus inside. But he could still reach out and influence the Warden's thoughts. He sent them after me. And I didn't just think I killed him. When the fight was done, he was dead on the ground. Maybe his tie to the Blight somehow brought him back. Or maybe it's old Tevinter magic. But he was dead. I swear it.
Hey, where have you been? What happened in Kirkwall? Why are you...
I assume Varric's been feeding you information about the Inquisition. What did he say about me?
Only good things, I promise. I was a little surprised, actually.
Yeah, I know.
Varric isn't one for religion in general, but he thinks highly of the Inquisition.
What do you mean?
And where did you go after the mages rebelled?
I heard the Chantry might be sending an exalted march to Kirkwall to put down the rebellion. I hope that leaving would save lives and force the Divine to divide her forces to come after me. As it turned out, I needn't have bothered. All the circles started rising up, and the exalted march never came.
Varric said you were the champion of Kirkwall. I've only heard a little about what happened there.
What happened at Kirkwall was the same thing that happened everywhere. Fearful of blood magic and abominations, the Templars brutally suppressed the Circle. And in their desperation to survive, the mages of the Circle turned to blood magic, or became abominations. Finally,
Good
a
summary.
rebel mage named Anders destroyed Kirkwall's Chantry, and everything came tumbling down.
Anders.
I heard that Anders was your friend. What was he like?
I don't know if there ever was just Anders. He was crazy. By the end, there was nothing left in him except this insane need to start a war no one could win.
I heard you had family and friends in Kirkwall. Where are they now?
When the Wardens began acting strangely, I had my friend Aveline take my brother out of the Free Marches. My uncle Gamlen
Brother.
is still in Kirkwall.
No, sister.
And everyone else I used to know, they've pretty much scattered to the winds.
Welcome back.
We'll talk later.
I'll meet you at Crestwood.
Okay. I think that's everyone. Man. Gotta put the castle back together. This is insane. It's okay. No. Okay. I think this is column one. Eventually. Ay, 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 ay. Okay. We got this up.
Thank you for Haven. Less so for Redcliffe, but I am committed to serve your worship.
Okay. I got Solus and Lilianus. Oh. There's Varric. Oh, I also have Dorian.
Greetings.
Oh boy, okay.
I'm interested in what you told me of yourself and your studies. If you have time, I'd like to hear more.
You continue to surprise me. All right, let us talk. Preferably somewhere more interesting than this.
Cutscenes. Dun 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 dun.
Why here?
Haven
Like,
is
wait a
familiar.
minute.
It will always be important to you.
We talked about that already.
I sat beside you while you slept, studying the anchor.
That must have been quick. We're not here for me. Super.
I'm glad someone was watching over me.
You were a mystery. You still are. I ran every test I could imagine. Searched the Fade, yet found nothing. Cassandra suspected duplicity. She threatened to have me executed as an apostate if I didn't produce results.
Wouldn't have allowed that. Of course she did. It got results.
Cassandra's like that with everyone.
Yes. You were never going to wake up? How could you? A mortal sent physically through the Fade. I was frustrated, frightened. The spirits I might have consulted had been driven away by the breach. Although I wished to help, I had no faith in Cassandra, or she in me. I was ready to flee.
You didn't. Where to? You were smart not to.
But you stayed.
I did. I told myself, one more attempt to seal the rifts. I tried and failed. No ordinary magic would affect them. I watched the rifts expand and grow, resigned myself to flee, and then... It seems you hold the key to our salvation. You had sealed it with a gesture. And right then, I felt the whole world change.
This mattered to you? This isn't how it happened. I'm glad you stayed.
You didn't say it that way, I don't think. You just said it.
Is that how you remember it? That is what I mean about perception shaping our existence.
But that's only true in the Fade.
Where do you think we were?
This isn't real.
That's a matter of debate. Probably best discussed after you wake up.
Dun 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 dun. Boom, boom. Alright, let's see here. Oh, hi. Not the way to go. Okay. Turn around. Alright. That. Oh.
They have certainly spared no expense.
I forgot I had stairs. Okay, that goes there, that goes there. Turn around. That's basically the extent of what I know. Okay, going upstairs. Definitely, like, I need a... and I have one. Wait, Fiona... Who's here? Ozma.
Greetings, Queen Inquisitor. I am to serve as assistant to any research concerns. You'll find my skills are exceptional. I hope they prove useful.
Okay, oh boy. Turn around. Bright eye.
You're taking over the duties of Maeve? Yes. She said she was needed elsewhere and that I should serve the Inquisition to the best of my ability. What is she doing? I wasn't told.
Okay.
As you were? Yes, Inquisitor.
Fiona. Oh yeah, Fiona.
Greetings, Inquisitor. That is your title now, yes? I should thank you. The way things ended in Redcliffe, you could have demanded anything you wished. Yet you chose to make us equal partners. I was not expecting that.
Somehow I don't see that being a problem.
You rebelled for good reason.
I knew you, of all people, would understand. I've been a Grey Warden, Grand Enchanter, leader of a rebellion, and now I am none of those things. Odd where fate takes you, as you're no doubt well aware.
I trust everything is well with the mages.
There have been a few scuffles with your Templars, but overall, it is going well.
Okay, let's do
I've been meaning to ask, how exactly did the Venatori take control in Redcliffe?
Mages constantly found their way to us while we were there. Stragglers, most of them strangers. I had no way of knowing some were actually Tevinter. They spread whispers, encouraged talk of an alliance, and we were desperate. I'm not proud of our choice, but we were certain Templars were coming. It could have ended far worse.
You were once a Grey Warden.
Mine is an unusual circumstance, Inquisitor. Normally one is part of the Order until death. But long ago I found myself stripped of what made me a Warden. They tried to reinitiate me, but nothing worked. Nor could they figure out how it happened.
Wow.
So I was sent to the Circle of Magi, the first Warden ever to be kicked out. Quite the achievement.
I didn't bother you.
You sound happy about it.
Becoming a Warden seemed like a dream when I was first conscripted. Towards the end, however, my brothers and sisters, they felt I had somehow cheated death. I was glad to leave. It also made me unique in the Circle. I had an opportunity to do more than I ever could as a Warden.
Start a rebellion.
You mean you began the Mage Rebellion?
I pushed for our vote to free the Circles of Magi. But I cannot claim sole responsibility for what followed. Still, despite all the chaos, I would do it again. What happened had to happen.
You're not still the Grand Enchanter then?
Any claim I had to the title ended along with the Circles of Magi, although some still call me by it. Perhaps the Circles will one day be resurrected. If so, another will take the position. Until that time, I lead my fellow mages by default. I will do what I can for them.
You believe they'll recreate the Circle of Magi after all this?
It depends on who the next divine is, and what she offers. They can't go back to the way things were. But endless warfare benefits no one. That is why I agreed to Justinia's conclave. There must be another solution.
I'll leave you to it.
Gotta go up. Pass down. I went up. Up, 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 up. be happy to learn that your friends are doing well. Moples the second is still unhappy about his meal plan and tries to get into the pantry. Had to have a bolt installed, and now he whines constantly. The two little ones are still a handful, but good news, I've managed to discourage Bullet from relieving herself on the silk rug Justinia gave you. Felicine from 2 doors over has been visiting almost every day to play with the nugs. She is quite delightful. And Schmooples II is fond of her. I suspect it is because she brings some sweets from her father's shop. I had to ask her governess to keep her from visiting the house, however, sometimes someone tried to infiltrate it 2 nights ago. Agent of one of the Blanchards, hoping to uncover some of the Nightingale's secrets. I neutralized and interrogated him. His ability to withstand questioning was deplorable. Someone needs to talk to the Blanchards about their spies. All I had to do was put Schmooples II in his face and tell him that I hadn't fed the creature that day. Your pet played his part admirably. I received your orders and will depart for Alden as soon as possible. I have arranged for Gardner to take over next keeping. Sparrow. Okay. There you are.
I'm sorry.
So am I.
The names of those we lost. You must blame me for this.
Blame Corinthius? Now that you mention it, it was your fault.
We all saw who attacked us. We know exactly who to blame. I keep wondering if I could have done something different. When the first of my lookouts went missing, I pulled the rest back, awaiting more information. If they'd stayed in the field, they could have bought us more time. I was afraid to lose my agents. And instead, we lost Haven.
Care about your men, or we could have lost both. Learn from this.
You look out for your people. That's a good thing, is it? My people know their duty. They know the risks. They understand that the Inquisition may call upon them to give their lives.
Our men are not disposable.
Our people aren't tools to be used and discarded. Your instincts were right. Their lives matter. Can we afford such sentimentality? What if Corypheus... We're better than Corypheus.
Okay, let's see here. So this... Where is Dorian? It's supposed to be on the 2nd floor, right? Salmon... No, fairness battles workery. Okay, yeah. Okay. Let's see here. All dramatic flapping, squawking caused the sister to come over. Should have seen her look when she snatched. Trying to murder her prize raven. Okay. Read. Let's see here. Who's this from? Oh, that's a lot. Okay. Yep. Nope. That goes outside. Alright. Dorian's gotta be downstairs. Okay, quick read. Yeah. Okay. There's that. Ah, there he is.
Brilliant, isn't it? One moment you're trying to restore order in a world gone mad. That should be enough for anyone to handle, yes? Then, out of nowhere, an archdemon appears and kicks you in the head. What?
You thought this would be easy? No, I was just hoping you wouldn't crush our village like an anthill. Sorry about that. Archdemons like to crush, you know. Can't be helped. Am I speaking too quickly for you?
Just enjoying the show. We're all frightened. Not at all. You're boring me.
I was distracted. That's all.
Distracted? By my wit and charm? I have plenty of both.
You're very confident, perhaps. Are you sure?
How interesting to find someone so aware of his strengths.
I'm a man of many talents. What can I say? I always assumed the Elder One behind the Venatori was a Magister. But this is something else completely. In Tevinter, they say the Chantry's tales of Magisters starting the Blight are just that. Tales. But here we are. One of those very Magisters. A dark spawn.
I said, Chantley is lying. You seem upset. Could be lying. You were just...
Why does that make you angry?
Because the Imperium is my home. I knew what I was taught couldn't be the whole truth, but I assumed there had to be a kernel of it, somewhere. But no. It was us all along. We destroyed the world.
You're not responsible. It's not destroyed yet. Why whine about it?
You didn't do anything. Those men did. 1,000 years ago.
True, except that one of them is up and walking around right now. Not to mention I have idiot countrymen who would happily follow him down that path again. No one will thank me, whatever happens. No one will thank you either. You know that, yes?
I don't know, I know that.
That's not why I'm doing this.
I knew there was something clever about you. All I know is this. Corypheus needs to be stopped. Men like him ruined my homeland. I won't stand by and let him ruin the world. Oh, and congratulations on that whole leading the Inquisition thing, by the way.
Okay, here we go. Whee! Okay.
Someone emptied a... Need something?
Do I want to do that?
Carry on.
Just want to, like,
Would you guess such a pairing?
No. I prefer a hybrid.
Impressive, is it not? Fit for a leader, meant to show influence and the burden of it. It is where the Inquisition will sit in judgment. Where you will sit in judgment.
A grim responsibility, killing of people as it is, will execute people here. Who will I judge?
Who will I be judging exactly?
Those who have done wrong. You will know of them, at the very least. All this presumes they have survived their initial encounter with you, of course.
Grim responsibility.
Still more lives in my hands.
You are a beacon of law, Inquisitor, as others retreat from responsibility. But this needn't be bloody. The Inquisition's sovereignty is derived from the allies who validate it. You are both empowered and bound. Justice has many tools. If their application is clever, execution may even seem merciful by comparison.
Is there anyone I should judge?
Take the throne when you're ready. We will bring him before you.
Wahaha. I think this is the goat thrower. It's the first one.
This was a surprise. After you return from the bogs, we discovered this man attacking the building with a goat. Chief Movran the Under. He feels slighted by the killing of his Avar tribesmen, who repeatedly attacked you first. What should we do with him? Where should he go?
Terry's still a threat with a goat. I'm judging leftovers now.
You're a chieftain of the Avar. Will your attacks persist?
A courtroom? Unnecessary. You killed my idiot son. And I answered, as is my custom, by smacking your holdings with goat's blood.
Okay.
Don't look at me.
No foul. He meant to murder Tevinters, but got feisty with your Inquisition. A red-headed mother guarantees a brat. Do as you've earned, Inquisitor. My clan yields. My remaining boys have brains still in their heads.
Drive them out of my land. It's called a give it, arm, and exile him to Treventer. Yes.
It seems our conflict was accidental, Chief Morvran, but it can't be repeated. I banish you and your clan, with as many weapons as you can carry, to Tevinter.
My idiot boy got us something after all.
Okay, I think that's it. No, don't. I wanna go there. Oh, more judgment. More judgment!
You recall Gerion Alexius of Tevinter. Ferelden has given him to us as an acknowledgement of your aid. The formal charges are apostasy, attempted enslavement, and attempted assassination on your own life, no less. Tevinter has disowned and stripped him of his rank. You may judge the former Magister as you see fit.
These are good charges. Mostly sticks out. It's long coming.
After what he's done, it's time someone did.
I couldn't save my son. Do you think my fate matters to me?
No.
Will you offer nothing more in your defense?
You've won nothing. The people you saved, the acclaim you've gathered. You'll lose it all in the storm to come. Render your judgment, Inquisitor.
I go triangle. I'm executing myself, imprison him. He'll serve Red Cliff Mages. I want him researching magic. Oh.
Your magic was theoretically impossible, Alexius. I could use people like you. Your sentence is to serve under guard as a researcher on all things magical for the Inquisition.
No execution? Very well.
Okay. Are we done? Any more? We're good? Okay. There we go. While most Treventer Magisters are not mandatory supporters,
How are the
they will
rescue efforts?
also...
Have they found anyone alive?
Excavation is slow, as you can imagine.
They will also not raise a finger to prevent the Vantari from wreaking havoc in the south. There are some, however, who see the cult for what it is and are trying to expose it. Master contact in Carnus by the name of Navarus Tilani is attempting to introduce a law in the Imperial Senate which would see Vantari activity sharply curtailed in Treventer. Dorian suggests that quiet Inquisition support to Navarus would be beneficial and ultimately could drum up support from other magisters fearful of what Corypheus represents.
My scouts report no signs of danger in the pass nearby.
I will arrange patrols to ensure it stays that way.
Okay. Pose bone. I have contacts in Treventer, although not many. Still, trading a few favors could help the master a great deal.
Inquisitor.
Hey. What do we got going on here? Investigate Tenterfell. Okay, that's a thing. Liberate Empress Damian. Investigate the exalted planes. Start going west. Collect here. We've gained access to a number of private libraries and archives. No information on. Unfortunately, however, we did find this fascinating treaty. Mages just showed up. I hope they're friendlies, because if they're not, we're in trouble. Okay. Incredible potential for rune crafting, mastercraft smithing. If only we had a gifted mind to gain full benefit. The war and the Vantari have claimed many experts, but we have located an arcanist with great skill and reputation for humbling first enchanters in both Andrastian and Imperial circles. 2 assassination attempts and at least 1 explosion have made landowners reluctant to allow her passage through their territory. It takes significant effort to bring her from Tenderval, but the Arcanus would be invaluable to the Inquisition. Let's hear. No issues there. They will not. Alliance can overwhelm any concern. The owners of where she will travel need only be convinced of the worth of pleasing us. Full retinue will secure her safety along the... let's just do that. Okay. Arceus has been secured despite great cost and concern of more than a few traditional-minded mages. She awaits meeting with the Inquisitor in the Underground. Okay, yeah. Let's see here. What else we got? Orzamar's friendship. I probably need to do that. Power for a price. Oh, okay, I need to do that. Okay. Can ensure instruction for legions who want to join, but can we expect the Inquisitor to remain a leader while training with a subordinate? She is a figure of inspiration and should rightly be one of aspiration. Promoting a specialist from within the ranks seems lacking. Due respect to our people, the needs of the Herald are so specific. I recommend looking outside for the best combat specialists to be found regardless of their affiliation. The circles may have dispersed, but we still have our contacts. There are powerful mages not tied to the rebellion who can offer training. Yes.
At your service.
Summon training with these specialists will ensure the Inquisitor's abilities remain at their height. Okay, cool. First things first, an apology. I offered the rebel mages safe harbor in Fralden only to have them drive my uncle out of his own town, so I'll admit I wasn't in the best moods when I first met you. Just wanted everyone out of Redcliffe, and I didn't care who was responsible for what. Now I wish I'd done otherwise. Isn't that always the way? These cultists, Venatori, I think they're called, we have them in the royal palace, or so I'm told, like rats. But with magic and nasty sneers, I don't know what they're up to, but I need to find them and drive them out. Since the Inquisition knows all about them, I'm hoping you'll help. Something grateful, something... Wait, did you just write that? You scribes do this on purpose, don't you? Alistair. Alistair. I have the great agent in mind for this. Allow me to send her to Dunham to quietly hunt down the Ventori spies. Okay, no, I want that done quietly. There we go. We have received message from Orzammar knowing an ancient darkspawn threatens the Aedes King. Velen officially declared his support for the Inquisition. Okay, I would advise sending a delegation as soon as possible to Senate.
Inquisitor.
Okay. There's resources. Crossback, gather coin. Let's see what we got. But we have not always seen eye to eye. I believe that on the subject we will be in perfect agreement. I would like to build a monument at the site where Haven stood as a memorial to all those who gave their lives defending the faith. Shall we work together and honor the fallen heroes? Ambassador. Sure, I can send some soldiers from the ranks to help with the construction.
To work?
Alright, there we go. Now we can do this. Alright, we need... Scouts are reporting a number of travelers entering the western approach. Surprising since the place is Blight Desert with no trade routes. More surprising, no one is leaving. It bears investigating. Yes, it does. Investigate. Established foothold in western approach. Per orders, already one skirmish with the Ventori, but no casualties. Requesting reinforcements. The term Blighted Desert doesn't do this place justice. Okay. Not now. That I know is a thing. It's just active. Find the warden. Stock was revealed that Fierce has influenced the minds of the Grey Wardens in the Darkspawn. Brings them under his sway. He'll command a legion of highly skilled warriors. The Inquisition must hunt down Fox Grey Warden ally hiding in Crestwood to learn about the other wardens' plans. No one has traveled to or from Crestwood since the breach. And Liliana will send her fastest agents to discover what disaster has rendered it silent. Hawk's warm friend is somewhere here, disappeared before we could talk to him. He's good, be careful on the road. Lots of undead people here need our help. Explain more once you're here, Harding. Yeah, I might as well take that one. Okay. That one, where is my... There we go. Da-da-da.
Good to see you safe, Inquisitor. We've got trouble ahead.
I bet if you're worried, what is it?
Are the Red Templars here?
There's a few up in the hills, but for once, they're not our biggest problem.
What is?
That's a problem.
Crestwood was the site of a flood 10 years ago during the Blight. It's not the only rift in the area, but after it appeared, corpses started walking out of the lake. You'll have to fight through them to get to the cave where Sir Hawk's Grey Warden friend is hiding.
You sit here, thanks for the warning.
Have any undead attacked the camp?
We've had a few shamblers, but most head toward the village below. Maybe someone in Crestwood can tell you how to get to the rift in the lake. Maker knows they'll want help. Good luck, and please be safe.
This might interest you, sir.
What is it?
This could help us.
And I'm heading in that direction anyway, so might as well get that going. And now for the horror portion of our stream.
There must be a way to get to the rift in the lake.
Maybe the locals will lend us a boat.
Too snoopy for.
Thank you for your aid, Inquisitor.
While you're here, can you stay and help?
Will you stay to fight the undead here?
My orders forbid it. Crestwood was only a detour. If the Inquisition can help, I beg you to do what you can. The villagers have already lost too many.
What are you doing in Crestwood?
A warden named Stroud is wanted for questioning. We heard he'd passed through
Yeah,
here,
be
but
down.
the villagers knew nothing. They have troubles
Oh,
enough.
he's down.
What have you been told about this rogue warden?
Commander Clarel ordered his capture. I can say no more than that. I hope Sir Stroud comes with us peacefully. I trained under him for a time. He's a good man, I'm sure of that.
Okay, this food prep.
Farewell.
Farewell.
Yes, I'm taking offerings.
None of those wardens mentioned a new leader. I don't think they're part of Corypheus' plot to seize the Order.
They didn't strike me as excellent actors, no.
I hope Hawke's warden friend has answers for us. Undead by the gates.
Let's do it.
Light 'em up. Everyone fried. Nice and crispy.
How many did we lose? No one this time. Did you see? The corpses are coming from where old Crestwood used to be. The amount of people we lost back during the fight. A moment, Your Worship.
What's going on here?
Ever since that green light appeared, undead keep rising from the lake. The mayor can tell you more. I hope Andraste sent you, Your Worship. We've been trapped here for weeks.
Alright.
Why doesn't Judith live in the village while this is going on? Make her, if something happens.
Who's Judith?
Are you looking for someone named Judith?
Oh, was I speaking out loud? Judith lives outside the village. I asked her to hide here when the undead came, but she wouldn't hear it.
No, why not?
Why wouldn't she hide where it's safer?
Likes her space, she says. I told Judith my house was big enough. Me and the boy could sleep in the barn if she wanted room. She turned me down.
Good
Boundaries,
day to you.
dude. Boundaries.
To you.
Oh. That's not going well. Oops. Well, I mean, let's just toss it off over.
Please! May I could use your assistance?
Mayor!
The Inquisitor. Oh, Mayor Dedrick of Crestwood Village. At your service, despite everything. Are you here to stop the undead?
We will, right? I mean, these people are terrified.
The undead are appearing because of a rift in the Fade. How can I get to it?
The light in the lake. It's coming from the caves below Old Crestwood. Darkspawn flooded it 10 years ago during the Blight. Wiped out the village, killing the refugees we took in.
No, what about draining
I
the
saw a
lake?
dam. If we use it to drain the lake, I can get to that Fade rift.
Drain it? There must be some other way.
There's not. There's really not.
You'd have to evict the bandits in the old fort to use the dam. I can't ask you to risk your life.
I'll be fine.
Trust me, I've fought worse than bandits and the undead.
Then I have no choice. This key unlocks the gate to the dam controls past the fort. The rift Must be in the caves under Old Crestwood. But, Inquisitor, I would not linger there.
Let's go to this history. Who are these bandits? This place survived a blight.
Tell me about your village.
It's seen happier days. We farm what we can, trade with the merchants who travel the King's Road. We only want peace, Your Worship. It's all we've ever wanted.
So who are these bandits?
What can you tell me about the bandits camped in the fort?
The highwaymen, thugs and thieves. They make a living raiding caravans on the King's Road. When the dead rose from the lake, the bandits killed the old gamekeeper and the fort and took it for themselves. We could have saved people if we'd been able to hide there instead of in our homes.
This place survived the
I'm
blight.
surprised a town as small as Crestwood
Barely.
outlasted the blight.
It was a close thing. The Darkspawn followed a band of refugees running from the Blight. Some of the refugees were... they were very ill. But we took them in. They perished when the Darkspawn flooded Old Crestwood.
How did that happen?
How did Darkspawn manage that?
They found the dam's controls, wrecked them. All I remember is the refugees and villagers screaming as they drowned. And now, they return to us.
Until later.
Of course.
Alright. Now we got that up and running. Okay. What's up? Still water. I still need to get here. Hey, how do big stretches. Okay. Go. Wandering Medusa. Kind of like a waltzing Matilda. Okay. This way! This way! On the 8th day of Blooming Tide 930, Dragon, we fought the 5th Blight. We remember the night the dam broke open, drowning the Darkspawn in floodwater. We remember the cries of those swept away, our families and good neighbors. We remember refugees who took shelter with us, also lost in the dark. We give their souls to the Maker, beloved Andrastite, guide them to his side.
Hey, Tiny, any chance you could get out of the way when I'm trying to shoot?
Maybe you should stand in front of me. I'd still have a clear shot at all the bad guys from the knees up.
You honor us, Inquisitor. I am Sister Vaughan. Sister Mare finally planned to drain the lake. I must find someone to retrieve the remains of those lost there.
Have I interrupted a funeral service?
We lost many friends in the first attack. There will be endless time to mourn. The fear is how many more
You
will
were
be
a
added to
butt
the
and
pile.
a half, Medusa.
the bottom of the lake.
They were the Maker's children. Their earthly bodies deserve better than abandonment in a mire. A funeral service will help put living minds at ease.
What did you mean by finally drain the lake?
The undead returned, only after the light in the lake appeared. If we want to stop them, we must investigate. But the mayor sent no one at all. I fear he thinks that emptying the waters would unleash even more monsters on us.
Until later.
Farewell.
Alright. I can't. I think I've got to go down.
Did you see how the Grey Wardens saved me from those corpses? They're amazing. I'm going to see if they're looking for recruits.
Go right now.
Joining the Grey Wardens is not a good idea.
You're the Inquisitor. But yes, the Wardens are heroes. They saved me from those demons you worship. With all that's happening, I'd like to help people the same way.
By joining the Grey Wardens, you can't think of something less lethal.
Then I wish you luck in their service.
Thank you, Your Worship. I'll make you proud.
Maker, it's the end of the world! I'll come out when it's safe. What is that anyway? Find your own shelter. Go away. Are the corpses still out there? Are the corpses still out there?
Correctly, I've got to go out. Facade has been erected at the mouth of this cave, presumably to shield any occupants from the weather. Okay. Let's see what's going here. Bandits are just across the way, so I can keep an eye on those bastards. I've managed to take back some of the supplies they stole from the traveling merchant. They didn't even see it coming, but I'm not afraid. If they want a fight, they can come and get me. Alright?
Unnatural things walk in the night. It's the Maker punishing a sinful world. That's what I say. Unnatural things walk in the night. It's the Maker punishing a sinful world. That's what I say. 5 more dead last night. We'll not be able to hold out much longer.
Do you think Nardia made it out?
Talk to these folks. Nope. Just here to loot all your supplies. Thank you for your cooperation. Speaking of cheese.
Red Templars ahead.
They look serious.
Where?
Place to set up camp, perhaps.
Yes. More of that. Over. Okay. I think we're in the next thing over.
Ox Warden pal should be inside that cave.
Glad you made it. I just got here myself. My contact with the wardens should be at the back of the cave.
I saw other wardens. He nearly got caught, and we trusted him.
A group of wardens were protecting a villager from corpses out near Crestwood.
They were likely hunting my friend. Glad they didn't come looking for people to help in here. They might well be good men, but they've been given bad orders.
Seems to be the running theme.
It's just us. I brought the Inquisitor.
My name is Todd, and I'm at your service, Inquisitor.
I could use another ally. Help me add all this up. I want information.
Most of your wardens disappear. Then I run into a Darkspawn Magister named Corypheus. Do you think that one might have something to do with the other?
I fear it is so. When my friend Hawk slew Corypheus, Weishaupt was happy to put the matter to rest. But an archdemon can survive wounds that seem fatal, and I feared Corypheus might possess the same power. My investigation uncovered clues, but no proof. Then, not long after, every warden in Orlais began to hear the calling.
Maker, why didn't you tell me?
It was a Grey Warden matter. I was bound by an oath of secrecy.
What is the calling? The calling controls them.
Is the calling some sort of Grey Warden ritual?
The calling tells a warden that the Blight will soon claim him. Starts with dreams. Then come whispers in his head. The warden says his farewells and goes to the deep roads to meet his death in combat.
And every Grey Warden in Orlais is hearing that right now. They think they're dying.
Yes. Likely because of Corypheus. If the Wardens fall, who will stand against the next Blight? It is our greatest fear.
So Corypheus isn't controlling them. He's bluffing them with this calling. And they're falling for it.
Can you really do that? Are you affected? How is this possible?
You said all the Wardens are hearing the calling. Does that include you?
Sadly, yes. It lurks like a wolf in the shadows around a campfire. The creature that makes this music has never known the love of the Maker, but at times, I almost understand it. We must uncover what Corypheus has done and end it. This cannot stand.
Is the calling they're hearing real, or is Corypheus mimicking it somehow?
I know not. Even as a senior warden, I had heard only the vaguest whispers of Corypheus. The wardens believe that this calling is real, and they will act accordingly. That is all we know for certain.
How can Corypheus make all these wardens hear the calling?
I cannot say. We know little about him, save that he is dangerous. He is a Magister, as well as a Darkspawn, and speaks with the voice of the Blight. That lets him affect the minds of wardens, since we are tied to the Blight ourselves. It must be how he created this false calling.
Desperate.
So the wardens are making some last desperate attack on the Darkspawn.
We are the only ones who can slay archdemons.
Are you though?
Without us, the next Blight will consume the world.
Are you?
Warden Commander Clarel spoke of a blood magic ritual to prevent future blights before we all perished. When I protested the plan as madness, my own comrades turned on me. Grey Wardens are gathering here, in the western approach. It is an ancient Tevinter ritual tower. Meet me there, and we will find answers.
Let's go.
So many refuse to speak of it, but how can we know it? How can we identify it? We do not share it. The calling is not a source of shame. The song that whispers in the back of my mind is no evil upon my soul, but the mark of a life well lived in service of a greater good. If all things come from the Maker, then it is too not part of his plan. Could it not be a gift, a final haunting melody to send us into the afterlife with hearts open? Could this not be his song? It scratches at my thoughts, the music almost a voice, at once unearthly and beautiful. I found myself humming it aloud a few days past. For once it intruded, it now feels a natural part of my mind's course. It coils around my memories I hold dear. Training with Sarah Keller, riding in the moonlight, my mother's face the last time I saw her, and inserts itself into them so that I could almost swear that music, that sense of presence, watching and calling, had always been a part of what I remember. This is what the senior wardens warned us of. I imagine I could not find it beautiful. I must remember the corruption and recognize that my mind is slowly losing the wit to differentiate between the world and that which could consume and destroy it. I can. I will tell the wardens tomorrow. I have seen their looks. They already know, I suspect. I will heed the calling and go to the deep roads to die the dwarves fighting as Grey Wardens should. But if I am to die after all I have given, can I not at least allow myself the pleasure of the song's beauty? Okay. Oh, nope. And out we go. Okay, let's see what we got going on here. Naturalist, got dark spawn thing over here. Okay, that. A trout pond hides a sinkhole hundreds of yards deep. Darkspawn emerged from this and other caves to attack Crestwood during the flood that wiped out old Crestwood, drowned blighted ones, and the excess water created the pond we see today. The dam was not damaged. We would have never survived. The Darkspawn make us hand in this. I cannot believe he would be so profusely cruel to his children. Flawed, though we all know. Out a little bit.
Must grind your gristle. The Elder One is some crazy Vint asshole, huh?
I'm not thrilled to discover we should take those old legends at face value.
Guess he thinks the modern Imperium is a real letdown, too.
Why wouldn't he? Tevinter once covered all Thedas, its glory only matched by its depravity. It'd be like Koslan showing up and learning the Qunari didn't conquer the world after.
Yes. Priesthood's been trying to explain that one for centuries.
Time to come knocking. Between the corpses and the Wyvern, nothing here is safe. What I wouldn't give to get my hands on that animal.
Okay, what is this about? Fireman. What do you do here? I was told to check on you.
If you're Judith, there's a man in the village concerned about you.
That must be Gould. Fretful as ever. I'm glad he stayed in Crestwood. He's fast as you please with a loom, but terrible with a sword.
There's a Wyvern causing trouble.
It used to hunt in the mountains. Didn't bother anyone but the bandits. Lately, the beast got it in his head to come down here. It almost crippled Gould's little boy. Best someone kill it. I hope I get my hands on the liver. It makes a poison that kills rats like nothing.
Do you farm out here?
The name's Judith. I farm and I mend things for the village and people passing through. I did a fair trade with traveling merchants before the undead started attacking. And those bandits. Not to mention that dragon.
Seriously, why does anyone live out here?
Oh, you know.
fishing's grand.
Talk about the dragon.
What do you know about the dragon?
She moved in a month ago. The guards tried to run her off, but she snapped one's head off and she flew away. Poor Hamold. At least it was quick. Since then, she's eaten 3 horses, 5 goats, and 2 cats.
Until later.
Be safe.
See what this one is. Oh boy. Okay. Constellation silent here, referred to as silence in the common parlance. Constellation silent here is historically attributed to Dumont, the old god of silence and leader of the ancient Tripinter pantheon. The depiction of the constellation, however, is often debated. Some depict a dragon in flight, while others, also the most common modern depictions, show a man carrying a horn and a wand. Some scholars believe these represented scales, which would point to the constellation being a supplementation of the elven mythal, but nothing indicates this to be more than speculation. Okay, anything else? So that is yeah, 3 truck farm. Okay. Oh, that's the other one. That's Stillwaters, and that's that one. Okay, I think the dragon, if I remember correctly, is over here somewhere. Let's go close rifts. Oh, there's a path, right? that go? Yeah. I think we've done. I don't know. I think we've already done that. A couple letter written by quick hand from everything you've told me. You must get out of Crestwood as soon as possible, or as soon as you can. I know it's dangerous, but I fear you'll have no chance at all if you don't attempt the trip. My father said that taking Dead Man's Pass will guide you safely past those filthy highwaymen. You come at dusk. You should be able to avoid the wolves too. Hurry, my love. And you made it. I thought I had more. Oh, dead end.
Mayor talked about, and the bandits.
Gate open, no patrols. Risky, but we could rush it.
Damn it! The gallows by the fortress are left over from Orlais when Orlais warred with Bralden. Let us be grateful they have not seen use in years, apart from children using the ropes as swings before the gamekeepers choose them. Yeah, these are fun folk. Yeah, Orlais, 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 Orlais. and a bottle of wine indicate this sheltered spot may have once been a popular place to enjoy the view. Some have carved Milton and Lonnie into the side of the deck. Aww. Vandalism. That's a no use here. What those bandits did to Randall's farm, enough's enough. Even if I can't stay here, I'm not letting sodding highwaymen take my home from me. If any of the slugs can breathe, I set the fire with heaps of dried cow dung. Hope you like sifting through the ashes. Hey, Danny. How's it going? Welcome in. How's your weekend going? How's your week going? I should save. I haven't done that in a while. Well, that's good. Glad you guys could take care of that. Ow! Ow! Okay, not so fun. Ow. Well, I hope you recover quickly. No, those are no fun.
know, Varric, I went to Kirkwall once.
Yeah?
Bit of a shithole.
Yeah.
Up the stairs.
Good view. The Inquisition could use this place.
And yeah. Huh. Waiting on you.
New place looks good. What's next?
We should drain the lake. The mayor said the dam controls were through the fort.
My name is Charter. Leliana's eyes and ears, especially in this place. I'll have some information for you once my man Butcher finds
when you
us.
get injured.
He's running late.
Let's see, you mentioned
Did Sister Nightingale tell you why she wanted agents here?
We lie on the main road between Denerim and Valroyaux. Couriers stop here all the time. For what they're paid, some have surprisingly loose tongues.
When's the spy named Butcher supposed to arrive?
Half hour ago, by the south gate. I hope he's only delayed. Butcher's last message swore he had secrets for us worth 10 times his weight in gold.
What's happening in Crestwood?
The roads are nearly deserted. Too many undead keep rising from the lake.
I should be going.
Another time.
Hopefully your schedule this week did not include picking large boulders. That would really be difficult with a pulled toenail.
The Herald of Andraste. Welcome to my humble shop. Let me know if there's anything you need, my lady.
Where did you come from?
I thought all the merchants in the area left when the undead came. You've come to vanquish them, have you not? I'm only too happy to offer you my best rates to speed your noble efforts onwards. Good day to you. Farewell.
But that does give me an opportunity to unload. That I use.
Your worship.
Hardin Hightown, Chapter 4, by Barrack. Don Benedict didn't stand on ceremony. He strode through the barracks and slammed open the door to the captain's office without so much as a nod to the guards he passed. Just barely dawn and already Captain Helen was buried behind a mountain of paperwork taller than the marks. All Don could see of the captain was her fiery hair and an angry gaze that had stopped more than one pickpocket mid-grift. Captain, I need a warrant for the Comte de Favre. Even as the words left his lips, Don knew they were a mistake. The captain rose to her feet. The way she spoke his name was like a portcullis cleaning shut. Where's my report on the Hightown market body? It was the kind of question you might ask a truant child, kind where you already knew the answer and just wanted to see someone squirm in guilt. I'll file it after. You'll file it now, guardsman. She stepped out from behind the desk. We follow procedure in my barracks. The magistrate was murdered on my watch, Captain. Don's voice was heated. He could never keep his temper in her presence. I'm not letting the killer get away. You left the scene without a thorough search of the market. Hendelin began pacing. Her voice was cold steel. You harassed a magistrate's widow, and you practically broke down a Comte's door. She turned to glare at him all before dawn. If you want a warrant, you'll be damn better have hard evidence to justify it. I know that Defar isn't telling us everything, Don insisted. Let me bring him in and forget it. She crossed her back to her chair. You've got nothing. You're not arresting a man on a feeling. Captain, he protested from behind her paperwork. The captain waved for him to be silent. You're 2 weeks from retirement, guardsman. You want to stay in the ranks long enough to get pension. You follow procedure. Find me evidence. Quit wasting my time. Dismissed. Fog's not good. Are you able to put a flip-flop on? At least to maneuver?
Someone needs to deal with the last of Crestwood's highwaymen.
Who has time?
If we clear the bandits out, more travelers. More travelers. More use for the night.
Good point, but I've got a code to unscramble if we want to know who killed Convoyeur last week. Are the highwaymen still in Crestwood?
Okay. Well, that...
Yes, Your Worship. Now that they're
that
forced,
can make it difficult.
the bandits are ambushing travelers.
Crestwood won't stop them either. The town's still reeling from the undead.
Alright. Do a thing. Yeah, don't think I've ever been up here.
Definitely a spy. The question is for who?
I think he's Virantian. With that accent, he's a marcher through and through.
She could be Antifa.
Oh, nope, nope.
She's from Ravane.
And you know that, Al?
I
Inquisitor.
Ah, this.
We're, just catching up with each other after an assignment.
Uh-huh. Just don't lock the door as you were sucking.
Don't worry. I'm not throwing you out for a round of wicked grace.
The thought never crossed my mind, Your Worship. No, surely not. Quite you.
Alright, let's go. Loot, loot. Down, round, oh, and a boot.
Farewell.
The store.
Here. The mayor said the dam controls were through this gate.
So we gotta go down, around.
That building on the dam must be where we can open the floodgates. You too.
What in?
Don't mind us, just passing by.
The Inquisitor? We didn't know you were here, sir. Please don't tell anyone.
How'd you get in here? I won't. This place is hardly romantic. Why is he pursued?
How did you get past the guards?
There weren't any when we got here.
We just heard you killed the bandits, your worship. We didn't know you were moving in, we promise. You won't tell people we were here, will you?
Secrecy.
Why would people care what you're up to?
Lonnie's mum and dad think I'm bad for her. We'll have to wait an hour to go back. Your father will still be up.
I knew this was a mistake.
We could try the caves.
You hate spiders.
You find somewhere next time.
The mayor said Darkspawn destroyed these controls 10 years ago. Who repaired them?
Good point. Ask the mayor.
Menu. Ale, 3 coppers. Cold ale, 10 coppers. Wine, 2 silver. Brandy and Teven, 6 silver. Red cheese, 2 coppers. Turnip and mutton pie, 3 coppers. Fish, 3 coppers. Stew, 4 coppers. Plate of rings, really chicken, 5 coppers. Irvin steak, real, 2 gold.
Back in Kirkwall, you couldn't kick open a crate without finding a jar of the stuff.
Really? You got any?
No. We usually just threw it away.
Horns itching.
food truck thing yesterday, so that's why we didn't finish it yesterday. Yep. That's other than that, you know, just work and stuff. Nothing too exciting there. Can't fit through the door. Top. I'm dead.
Let's take a look.
Grey whiskey, Rickline, Chanel, bottle marked vintage, Warden, Badalum, extra red. Work it. So fast? I know.
So this is old Crestwood.
That smell just hits you, doesn't it?
Tastes like burning, brewed exclusively in Valhalla. A little bit. the spirit world.
All powerful spirits represent something. Compassion, justice, wisdom.
Soft virtues. I am all. I am command. What of you? I felt your coming. Is there something alike in us?
No, you just the mark. How should I know? Absolutely.
All you sensed was the anchor on my hand.
Then you are less than I thought, but feel no shame. Some must follow those who lead.
What's so distressing about the real world?
It ignores me. I thought the rocks depart, but they do not.
Speak to the medium,
I bid the sky
please.
draw close, and it stays still. I don't know how you mortals stand it.
Why haven't you gone back to the Fade?
I will not be denied. I refuse to leave until something obeys my orders.
Then I feel compelled to help you. I pledge myself to your service.
Excellent. I have only one command. A creature made of rage had the gall to chase me across the room. Destroy it in my name and be rewarded.
Rewarded how? By you taking over one of our heads?
Yours holds no interest.
Works for me.
There's a plaque. This was the mayor's old home.
Pretty empty. You sure this was the mayor's place?
We could ask him.
Plaque by the door. The house reads Mayor Diedrich. Almost ready. Scrap of paper, ink on the stamped piece of paper is faded but legible. The work you ordered is done. What do you want? I'll be in the hills trying to forget it. Robert.
A letter from Crestwood's mayor. Damp but legible.
Or the prep work very much is. Yes, go deal with the screaming oven. Yeah, might be a good idea. Those would probably use the cut and bladed. Ow. Ball and marked vintage Warden Gibbons. Don't friggin' touch, I spit in this, I mean it.
Where does this lead?
La 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 la.
Come on, let's find that Fade Rift.
What's with the path? Did people used to live here?
Mysteries of the deep. Nah.
living down here when old Crestwood flooded.
Bad way to go.
Seriously, that's it?
There's dwarven ruins down here.
Looks like an old outpost. What's it doing here?
The whole area is still lit up. Remarkable.
I forgot. Oopsies. Let's see here. Fire mine. You mark the ground with a glyph. That takes a short time to prime. So it's ready. It will erupt into flame when an enemy crosses it, damages and staggering the target. When you cast a fire spell, the spell consumes half your current barrier to empower it. The larger the barrier consumed, the greater the bonus spell. Let's do that. Anyone else? Nope. Okay.
By the rift, demons!
Thank you.
did it. We should let the villagers know they'll be slightly less undead in their future.
Let's tell the mayor.
Lost Outpost Plaque. This roadway was created by a royal order of King Kelgic to link the Great Fag of Howduncan with the soaring Fag of Gundar. It pleases these cities to join these roads with a hall in the middle and to dedicate the hall to Paragon Hekik, who discovered principles of nature that let us build structures of unheard of height and astounding breadth. Let his renown be eternal as the stone he shaped. Okay. Do it. Hey, Medusa. You coming up? Let's see here. Now set a fireball in closed space Paragon's known and lesser known. Yeah, okay. I'll gather that and put that in the archives. Now it's sunny.
Yes?
The rage demon in the caves is dead, as you commanded.
I had no doubts. Now that my sovereignty has been respected, I can depart this unchanging nightmare. Your reward. Use it well.
Seriously can't believe that worked.
What do you mean the mayor's gone?
Letter of confession. It was not Darkspawn that opened the dam and flooded Old Crestwood 10 years ago. I did, in secret. The night they attacked the undead you have been fighting are people I killed with my own hands. We'd taken in refugees from the Blight. Many were ill. We moved the sick to the lower port of Crestwood and the refugees into the caves to stop the disease from spreading. It didn't work. One confessed he'd seen Blight sickness before. It was always fatal. When the Darkspawn attacked, I knew the only way the village would survive is if the Blight sick drowned with the monsters. Cannot bear the sight of Old Crestwood now that the water is gone. I cannot stay. I'm sorry.
A letter of confession from the mayor. It says he was the one who flooded Old Crestwood 10 years ago, to stop the blight from spreading.
I knew he was nervous about more than the undead.
Villagers learn about this, they're not going to be happy.
What a sad mess. Will the Inquisition bring him in?
I think so. taken. Of carrion fills the air around. The stink of carrion fills the air around this hut. Yes. And you're part of the ring, of course. Okay. Okay, up. It's right over there. Okay, so shadow in the common parlance, likely due to ancient association of the constellation Tenebrum, the Luskan, the old god of darkness and the night. It is odd, however, that the depiction for this constellation has always been an owl and not a dragon, even in the Treventur texts. This this lends credence to the widely held belief that Tenebrum was a name meant to supplement an older elven association, perhaps with the elven god Falconin, sometimes represented in tales as a giant owl. There is, of course, another explanation. Owls are nocturnal hunters and among earlier peoples were considered terrifying omens of loss. Okay, let's see here. Okay, there's that. Okay, let's go grab the other thing.
Nothing to report.
Yeah, I don't. Okay. Over the wall! paper is so blood-soaked the pages stick together, only a few lines are still legible. After knowing who he truly serves, it was an easy thing to discover his compatriots. I lifted a list of their spies from one before I left. We have little time before the theft is discovered, so I advise we move post-haste. I was followed, but do not fear I lost my pursuers and leads. Only our closest friends know my final destination.
Reinforcements!
More Templars. What would have happened if Corypheus hadn't interfered?
Oh hell, we're so many ways. It's fine. Just fast travel. Seriously. Hey, let's more bandits. Clean the door, but we fixed it.
Well met, your worship.
Oh, found
I
dead.
found Butcher's corpse by the South Road. Red Templars ambushed me afterward.
Only our highest operatives knew he was coming tonight. I must inform Sister Nightingale we have a traitor.
Okay.
I should be going.
Farewell.
Alright, now we're going to head back. Back to the castle. Where?
You keep using the word. I don't think it means what you think it means.
Yeah.
Stefan finally died. It was a blessing, really. He's been in so
man, they
much
keep moving
pain
people.
since Haven. He was out of his mind at the
Get
end.
into the thing now.
He smiled.
Yay,
He
get
smelled
into the
his
thing.
mother's turnip stew.
Scram! Spirit!
Inquisitor, come, have a drink. To killing a high dragon like warriors of legend.
Drink!
I know, right? Put some chest on your chest. That little gurgle right before it spat fire. And that roar. What I wouldn't give to roar like that. The way the ground shook when it landed. The smell of the fires burning. Tarsidathan Halsam. You know, Kunari hold dragons sacred. Well, as much as we hold anything sacred. Here, your turn.
Let's see here.
That thing you just said, you shouted it during the fight, too. What does it mean?
Oh, Tarsidathan Halsam. Closest translation would be, I will bring myself sexual pleasure later, while thinking about this with great respect.
You shouted that while it was breathing fire at us.
I know, right? Yes, the second cup's easier. Most of the nerves in your throat are dead after the first one. Atashi, the glorious ones. That's our word for them. Atashi.
Let's see here. Warrior Dragon Sacred.
Why do you think the Gunari think of dragons that way?
Well, you know how we have horns. We kind of look more dragony than most people. Maybe it's that. But a few of the Ben Hasrath have this crazy old theory. See, the Tamasrans control who we mate with. They breed us for jobs like you'd breed dogs or horses. What if they mixed in some dragon a long time ago? Maybe drinking the blood, maybe magic, I don't know. But something in that dragon we killed spoke to me.
I had to kill it, now I feel awkward.
It's a shame we had to kill the dragon.
Damn good fight. Dragons are the embodiment of raw power. But it's all uncontrolled. Savage. So, they need to be destroyed. Taming the wild. Order out of chaos. Have another drink. Nice. To dragons.
To finding the biggest, baddest things in the world and showing them that we're badder.
Anan!
Give it.
Inquisitor.
Hey,
And you are?
The bartender. Cabot.
Just the bartender?
You were expecting...
Well, welcome to the Inquisition.
Thank you. Welcome to the tavern.
Rumors.
What's the word out there?
They have heeded the call to power and are ready to raise arms at Chateau Grand Degree.
What's the current mood?
Spirited enlightenment. Also drumming.
As you were.
Inquisitor.
Inquisitor. That's got a good ring to it. We're happy to be here, Your Worship. You need anything, let me know.
We'll talk later.
Pleasure as always, boss.
You said we should go get some drinks and meet your company.
Yeah, come on. It'll be fun. Ah, good. We're not drinking alone. How you doing, creme de la creme?
Your Worship. I'm so glad he has someone new to hit with that joke.
Do you prefer Creme or Cremisius?
Crem's faster. The Chief's nicknames usually end up sticking.
Hey, when I was growing up, my name was just this series of numbers. We all give each other nicknames under the Qun.
They ever wear shirts under the Qun, Chief? Or do they just run around binding their breasts like that?
It's a harness, creme.
Yes, for your pillowy man bosoms. Let me know if you need help binding. You could really chisel something out of that overstuffed look.
Let's see here.
You don't have to pass for a man to be a mercenary.
I'm not passing as anything.
In Kunadar, creme would be an Akunatlak. That's what we call someone born one gender but living like another.
And Kunari don't treat those Akun people any differently than a real man.
They are real men, just like you are.
Maybe your people aren't so bad after all.
Don't get your hopes up, Creme. We still come down hard on the back talk. Anyway, here's the rest of the charges, or what's left of the rest. A lot of them went looking for stronger drinks. We've got Rocky and Skinner there, and over there are Stitches, Dalish, and Grim. Crazy bunch of assholes, but they're mine.
Were you born on the surface, or are you from Orzammar?
Orzammar. I got exiled. Stupid noble crap. Also, I accidentally blew up a bit of the shape rate.
Rocky's one of our best sappers. He can take down enemy fortifications faster than a golem.
I'm also working on my own version of Kunari black powder. I've almost got it.
Yeah, you really don't.
Grim, is it?
Grim doesn't talk much. I'm pretty sure he's the lost king of some small country, or chieftain. Something like that.
So, how'd you join the charges?
Killed some people.
Skinner didn't take kindly to nobles testing their new swords on the elves in her alienage.
Bull took me in. Now I get paid to kill shams.
This is actually really good behavior for her. She's not marking her territory or anything.
Why aren't you with your clan?
Our keeper thought I should see the world a little.
Dalish don't have Templars, so they can't have too many mages in a clan at once.
Now, sir, you know I'm not a mage. That'd make me an apostate.
You carry a staff, Dalish.
It's a bow.
A bow with a giant glowing crystal at the tip.
Yes, It's for aiming. Old elven trick you wouldn't understand.
I take it you're the company healer.
Yes, first time I ever picked up a sword was when the Blight hit Ferelden. Never put it back down.
He makes a potion that'll put you right back on your feet after even the toughest fight. It tastes terrible, though.
That's because it's a poultice, sir. You're not supposed to drink it.
You've got a good company, Bull.
We do all right.
Man can beat the Chargers, cause we'll hit you where it hurts. Unless you know what's happened with those cards and looser skirts. For every bloody battlefield, we'll gladly raise a cup. No matter what tomorrow holds, our horns be pointing up.
Thanks for coming by, boss. Glad you could meet some of my team. Pleasure as always, boss.
I'd like to hear more about the charges.
Always happy to talk about my guys. What do you want to know?
How did you start the group?
It's easy to make a name for yourself as a merc when you're a head taller than most folks. I spent a year or two working for Fisher's Bleeders, but their captain was crap. Figured I could do better. The best folks in the Bleeders agreed with me, so we split off.
I imagine Fisher disagreed.
He came at me. I snapped his sword in half, and we talked things out over drinks.
What are the craziest jobs you've ever taken?
Besides this one, there's a lot of violence between the nobles here, but that's standard work. The fun stuff is when they party. They always want to impress each other, and that means getting something shiny. We've hunted wyverns, fought through caves to find some old magical crap. Even when giant baiting was.
What's giant baiting?
So this old guy, Comte Van Chess, has some kind of a pageant planned. But he needs a giant, which is off in some damn cave. He's got some kind of rare charm to control the giant, but no way he's going into that cave himself. So we go in, kill some spiders, find the giant, and wake it up. It attacks us because, of course, it does. And we let the big bastard chase us outside where Van Chess is waiting.
That was actually your plan, to let a giant chase you?
Yeah, we had to stay out of reach, but close enough that it wouldn't give up. It was tricky. Good news is the giants are slow. Long as my guys ahead could clear out the spiders, we were fine. Bad news is the giant spiderwebs slow you down a bit more than you think.
But at least Comte Van Chess got his giant for the pageant.
Turned out that charm was a phony. Giant ate the poor guy alive. It's okay, though. We still got paid.
You have people from plenty of different backgrounds in your group.
Yes, well, when you're in Orlais and you look like me, you can't be picky about who you take in. A lot of them got turned away from other companies that didn't want a knife here, or a crazy dwarf. Their loss. You get my back in a fight and carry your own weight, you're good with me.
I'd like to know more about Krem.
He's a good soldier, and a better second in command. The troops need someone to complain to when I'm being a hard-ass. He's good for that.
You don't have a problem with him being from Tevinter?
Nah.
But you hate the Vince.
Sure, but he's not a Vint. He's just Krem. I can get worked up about a group or a nation just fine, but people... It's too much work to hate them one by one.
You don't have any problems with him being a woman?
He's not a woman. Look, I've got horns. You can shoot fire out of your ass. We're probably not the best people to go around deciding what's normal. Krem's a good man. I don't give a nug's ass that it's a little harder for him to piss standing up.
See you later, Bull.
Nice talking with you, boss. Hey, boss. How are you?
See you later, Bull.
Nice talking with you, boss.
something?
Can I ask you something, Varric?
You want to talk about me? I'm flattered. Also inclined toward extravagant lies.
Thanks, Varric.
No problem.
Has there been an exchange? The waiting is delicious.
Oh. Some of this stuff going. Thing. Getting there. Oh my goodness, that like tripled.
Have you heard anything?
Our
Not yet.
emissaries have returned.
I'll let you
Rosmar
know
has
as
pledged
soon as I
to
do.
our cause. Some of the most formidable warriors from the Legion of the Dead. According to the king, they are veteran darkspawn hunters, absolutely fearless. The king also graciously offered to share Orzamar's wealth. He recognizes the threat Perseus poses. Okay, that's good. Please convey my thanks to the Inquisitor. The Inquisition soldiers were a great help in the clearing the area for the memorial's construction. The sight of their uniforms raised spirits immeasurably. The monument will stand forever as a testament to the strength and fortitude of the faithful. Okay. Oh, that's still going. Okay.
Skyhold does seem more secure than Haven.
Only if we have the numbers to defend it. A place like this serves no purpose without enough people to make the running worthwhile.
Okay. I think we're gonna call it today. Thank you for joining. Hope your weekend has gone well. And guess we need to get out of the screen. And cut. See? Alright, hold on before we go. I should go check out these guys. I think these are my tutors.
Okay. Good to see you.
Here, just one more thing.
Hello? Yes, hello. I am your trainer.
Yes?
I am your trainer.
You said that.
Good, because it has been a long journey. The cause is just, and if we don't start soon, you won't have time to learn. I am your trainer.
Okay.
Thank you for coming to train me.
What? Oh yes, of course. You're welcome. Thank you. I was charged with studying the breach and the subsequent rifts to discover how they affected traditional disciplines. I was enthralled. So were the 19 others, I presume. They're dead. They learnt the power, but couldn't wield it. Rift Mage Inquisitor. The forces are incredible.
And with training, you will be incredible. I know how not to die, and I can teach it. It's incredible.
So recent phenomenon. Show me how to begin. What is this good discipline? Who told you to study first?
You didn't mention your name.
I am your trainer.
That isn't a name.
It is what I am. I try very hard to remember that much. There is so much else to keep in mind. Understand, Inquisitor, that I have learnt it all very quickly, so you do not have to.
Who charged you with studying magic from the Rift?
Hey, Zidabu.
The Mages Collective. I did not just say that. Yes, I did say it, and we're proud to help. We are nimble, we could move quickly and commit people to this Rift magic. Many people. Their lives made it stable and safe. We're very proud.
The rifts were triggered by the breach. There's already a school of magic.
A school? No. Yes. Sort of. The holes in the Veil flooded us with magic, and that can be used. It changed some rules, modified them, enough that the careless inverted themselves, old forces in new forms. Others will try, their results will vary, but you will have the best instruction. Because your trainer has already taken the risk. The price has been paid.
Okay.
Tell me why this would best suit me.
You are the Inquisitor.
And?
You deserve power that casts your enemies aside with the abandon of a creative force, crushes them with your very will. That is the promise. Who better than you? You are the Inquisitor.
No, I can't commit yet.
Hold and declare, Inquisitor.
What do you mean?
I ask your intent. I was summoned to oversee training, and I would know my charge. I am your commander in this matter, Commander Helene.
Thank you for coming, Commander Helene.
Commander will suffice, recruit. I teach the skills of the Knight Enchanter. It is a rank. It is a life. Understanding its hierarchy is the first step. You already know this. You were not made Inquisitor and then taught to lead. I will teach you how to rise to your place, how to join your warriors, spectral blade in hand, how to command the ranks while standing beside them. Are you ready?
Commander is a title I associate with human forces.
Knight Enchanter has roots in Elven tradition, but it has utility in every tradition. There are no borders for the mage who wields a spectral blade. There is respect, and there is fear.
Who granted your rank? What forces have you served with?
I cannot say.
Then how do I know you're capable?
You know because I have told you, and I will teach you the same authority.
Tell me why this would best suit me.
I cannot. Only you know if you are fit to lead with more than maps. Do you have the mettle to raise a blade in grand melee? To have your presence make heroes
We've got
of your
everything
charges?
prepped.
This
As soon as I
is a
finish
path
up with
for
this,
leaders.
I'm gonna call it.
You tell me if you are worthy.
I can't commit to this yet.
There we go.
Inquisitor, I heard a tapping. My skills are required.
And you are?
Speaker Vios Anaxas. I have come from Navarra as a voice for the dead. Welcome them, and they will serve your cause.
The Inquisition is open to any allies.
Oh, we're doing stir fry
Warmth I
tonight.
do not often find. Thank you. I am of the Mortalitazi. We tend to those who have passed and revere their lives by honoring them in death. And when the living are threatened, we give the bodies of the dead physical purpose once more. Necromancy, Inquisitor. The dead will serve for you.
What is a Mortalitazi?
We are the caretakers of the Grand Necropolis of Navarra. For the treasured relative, we usher a spirit of the Fade into the void of their mortal form. It honors them both. But when enemies threaten the living, we turn death into a weapon of war, instead of merely the result.
Let's see here. Why is this again?
You're a mage who manipulates life. How is this not blood magic?
Blood magic consumes life. It tears at the living to manipulate and destroy. It is a cancer among our kind. We honor life by venerating the dead. We give their mortal form purpose. In combat, perhaps only for a few moments, but that is still more than they had. More than opposing you normally allows.
You're saying you can bring the dead back to life?
Of course not. The souls of our departed cross the fade to be with the Maker. The body is left empty.
Then, what is it that you do?
In the Grand Necropolis, we would usher in a displaced spirit of the Fade, eliminating imbalance. But this is war. Every battlefield has one thing in abundance: death. I turn the bodies of enemies into weapons against them. We do not manipulate the living. We make use of the dead.
Tell me why this would best suit me.
It is not for everyone. Yet we all reach beyond life. You have already killed many out of necessity. To stop at death is wasteful. Death can make allies of enemies. Death can rend the battlefield. Death can terrify.
People will fear me.
Don't you want to terrify? Fear means there are fewer to fight next time. Fear means lives are saved, if that is your concern.
I'm not committing to this yet.